exciting, and tell WGNS.
I am Andrew Young, and I would like to invite you to do business with our family at City Tile and Floor Covering.
Make your house a showplace. Give your house a new face. Make your house a wow house. City Tile and Floor.
City Tile.
Next, another special News Radio WGNS broadcast.
This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, streaming worldwide on WGNSSports.com, and always at the game. The game.
Prep sports coverage starts right now. WGNS Primetime Sports is honored to bring you the 77th season of coverage with tonight's high school sports broadcast of Rutherford County Prep Athletics. It's State Farm Prep Sports. Veteran broadcasters Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, in their 25th year together, are ready to bring you the story of tonight's contest. Here are the 2023 Tennessee Association of Broadcasters recipients for Best Sports Coverage, Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, with tonight's contest on News Radio WGNS.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Rockvale High School. It is our first foray into the baseball, softball, spring sports season.
Foray. Wow.
You like that word?
Wow. We're off to a rocking start.
This is State Farm Prep Sports and the Primetime Sports Countdown to First Pitch, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get legal help when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. John, this is
Brian?
Not only our very first game to do here in spring sports, but it's also our first game that people can actually go and watch and see. There's nothing on the field right now, but hopefully soon they'll play out there.
Where can you find that at, Brian?
Well,
a lot of people are wanting to know.
I'm sure they're clamoring.
Yes, clamoring and foray and all in one paragraph.
Man, I'm telling you. You can go to WGNSradio.com. It's right there on the homepage, or like us on that YouTube channel or Facebook, whatever. We're all those places. It's on our Twitter page and all that. So
I like YouTube, basically.
Do you? You're
that's
a
my
YouTube
favorite.
guy?
Yeah, that's my favorite. I get to see your big head.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Well, we're not seeing any big heads of us tonight.
I can't, why is there not a camera on us? You know, they do that on the big broadcast.
Uh-huh. Do you really want that? I don't know if we got a wide enough angle.
Oh, wow.
For the head. Well,
that's about as bad.
We're here at Rockvale, and Coach Shea Deal was nice enough to set us up a good place to broadcast from here tonight. And, John, he's got a very young squad, he told us.
He does. They're winless right up at this point. They're looking for a non-district win. And, Brian, when you're young, it's always a little tough. And usually it shows up in the pitching. You know, mistakes are made, and they'll force things, and the hitting. Defense probably going to be there, but then you have those other things, and they're young. I mean, you're talking about 14, 15-year-old kids rather than a 17, 18-year-old kid. So it makes a difference.
It does. And one thing that I've just noticed, we made maybe a rookie mistake here of pulling the trigger to go on the air, but I haven't seen the first official yet, so that may be why everyone's lollygagging around. I'm not sure.
It could be. We asked if they were taking infield, but it didn't seem like anybody was.
Yeah.
So I think what they're going to do, they're going to ask you to be the home plate umpire.
Oh, okay.
And I'll take the field, and we'll just do it live while we're, you're out.
You would wear the headphones and everything?
Yeah. Might as well do it right. I can. Does the cord reach over to first base?
I'm afraid it won't. No, and I'm afraid that I would lose my life behind the plate. So I see them. They're just walking very slowly, as a matter of fact, behind the stands. So they're about to come out, and we'll get this one underway here at 7 o'clock here in just a couple of minutes. And I guess, John, we really haven't had a chance to discuss, nor have we put down a lot of games that we're going to broadcast, but spring's always very busy, so don't worry.
Well, it really has the feel of spring today because you got a softball game behind us and a baseball game here, and it's I love it. But I don't know about you, but I love this time of year, and the weather cooperated tonight. A little windy, but it's pretty nice for the opener.
Yeah, we're going to actually have some storms early in the morning, and it's going to cool us off. But at least today, we hit 80 for the first time this year.
Yeah, we did. 82? Was it 82?
I think we got up to 81 in Murfreesboro, maybe 82 in Nashville or something like that. So, yeah, I think 82 was the record high, so almost beat that out. But you don't get these type of days. Our point is you don't get this many type of days in March.
No, one good thing about the weather, talking about the weather, it kind of got cloudy for the most part of the day. That's a good thing. You just didn't want that beating sun, and then have storms. So hopefully that'll make it not so bad. I don't know. What does the weather expert yourself say?
Maybe some windy storms, that kind of thing.
A slight chance of something else, maybe just a very slight.
Well, that mostly western Middle Tennessee for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll be all right by the time it gets here, and it'll be early in the morning.
Tune into Rutherford Weather, and you can, I get mine personally. Mine gets sent to me.
It does. How does that happen?
I mean, that's pretty neat. It's like here's an alert from Rutherford Weather. It's pretty cool.
I didn't even know that.
It was really long. It was really long.
Well, it was detailed. Which one?
You drew circles and things like that. That was good.
Yesterday or today?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
But the best part of it is the background of your office. It's, but I'm waiting for the day Ladybug is in your lap while you're doing it. She may already be in there. I don't know.
No, she was laying on the bed, actually. So she was behaving. Well, we're about to get the cards exchanged. I guess, John, it might be a good opportunity for us to look at the starting lineups. And, of course, in every game that we've done for, probably 10 years or so have been brought to you by our friends at Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, as well as JHA Company. That's Josh Houston and Associates. And I guess we can take off on those.
All right, here are the lineups for the Columbia Lions. Connor, I'm going to say Bowden. It may be Bowden, but we're going to say Bowden until they tell me something else. He'll play center field and lead off. Aiden Somm will be at second base, batting second. Quan Sims will be in left field, hitting third. Peyton Kincaid, the cleanup hitter, in right field for the Lions. Matthew Thomas will hit fifth and do the pitching. Burton Moore will be at first base and hit sixth. Jack Beck at third base will hit seventh. Hitting eighth is Walker Potts, the catcher, and hitting ninth is Lane Sharp, the shortstop. So for Columbia, it's Bowden, Somm, Sims, Kincaid, Thomas, Moore, Beck, Potts, and Sharp. And again, we tell you that on the mound is Matthew Thomas for the Lions. For Rockvale, looking for their first win of the year, Ty Newton will lead it off and play shortstop. Landon Lozano will be at second base, batting second. Cameron Curtis will be over at third base. He'll hit in the 3 spot. A.J. Langston will be at first base, batting cleanup. Jay Insani will be the designated hitter tonight. They'll use a DH. Columbia will not as of right now. Tylen Green will play right field, and he'll hit sixth. Owen Guidry will be in center field, batting seventh. Tave Molchen will be in left field, batting eighth. Christian Qualls will do the catching, bat ninth. And Christian Ross will be on the mound for Rockvale. So, for the Rockets, Newton, Lozano, Curtis, Langston, Insani, Green, Guidry, Molchon, Qualls, and Ross on the mound. Those starting lineups brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and Josh Houston and Associates. They're called the JHA Company.
They are. They keep growing out there, too.
They're going to be really busy here because it's yearbooks, rings, all that kind of stuff,
End of the year, caps, gowns, all of that. And by the way, the catcher Qualls, for listeners of this radio station, will know that last name. That is Jason Qualls' young son, who is the catcher tonight. So
he said he's not nervous, though. He's not nervous at all.
He said he's only done about 10,000 of these.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Yeah, growing up, I'm sure he did. And, Brian, you looking at, well, I guess we're going to do the national anthem.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. The first pitch coming up in a moment.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Pizza. You in a hurry for dinner? Well, we've made it even easier to order online at SirPizzaTN.com. Tap the location nearest you and begin your carryout or delivery order at SirPizzaTN.com. You can choose from our full menu, and we'll take care of the rest. A Queen's Feast is calling my name. Order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at SirPizzaTN.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
We're back on State Farm Prep Sports, brought to you in part by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. Get expert orthopedic care right here in Rutherford County with TOA. Live your best life. Information online at TOA.com. Don't forget the countdown to first pitch, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, complete here after the game. It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. And while we await for pitcher to warm up, which will be Christian Ross. Christian Qualls catching him right now as the warm-up tosses are being made. We'll remind you that our friends at Rick's Barbecue are ready to feed your hungry family tonight, so check them out. Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street. Meats that are smoked the old-fashioned way using real hickory wood on specially designed pits to give your pork, chicken, and beef the best flavor. Don't forget, quality, fresh, never frozen meats at Rick's Barbecue. It's Brian Barrett and John Dinkins here with you, about ready to get this one going here.
Brian, the head coach of Columbia, Dylan Smiler, and if he didn't have a beard, I would think he was one of the players. He and the assistant coach are very, very young.
Very young. Columbia coming in here, the Lions in their purple and gray. Purple tops, gray pants. Looks like white numbers on those as well. And Rockvale with their white uniforms with the baby blue. A little hint of the royal blue in there, but mainly baby blue. Light colors, rockets across the chest. I think these are new uniforms, I heard.
I think so. And Christian Ross is a right-hander on the mound. And I wouldn't say he's a flamethrower, but he's got an assortment of pitches, and he'll be on the mound tonight for Rockvale. And they round the horn. And let me line it up defensively here for you. For Rockvale, Qualls is behind the plate. A.J. Langston at first. Lozano's at second. Newton's at short. And Curtis is over at third. It's Mulchin, Guidry, and Green in the outfield for Rockvale. And I failed to remember last year of how loud the dugout can be. Your microphone is right there on it.
And the first pitch is in high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And we're underway here with your official J. Mullins Jewelry time of the first pitch at 7:03. This one lofted high and deep into right field. This one is going back, and it is going to be out of here.
Sure is.
He tattooed that one. Now, John, have this as number 13. So we're going to check the lineup here real quick. If I can find it. Well, looks like I deleted it there. But a home run start things off for the Columbia Lions on the second pitch. That's going to bring up.
It's just the wrong number. The name's right.
Okay, good. 13. And Swam is going to be the batter here. He's a left-handed batter. Right-handed batter, I should say. And Ross toes the rubber. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss by Swam, the second baseman. So Columbia strikes early on the second pitch of the game. Count is 0-1. Sign from Qualls. The set, the pitch. Breaker that is just a bit outside. So it's 1-1.
When you're a young squad, you really would have a leadoff homer against you. That doesn't help anything, especially if you're 0-3 at the point.
The 1-1 pitch is on the way, and this one's going to get by. Low for a ball. He corrected it. He put up 3-0 and then corrected that. It's 2 balls and a strike. I'm sure that to settle Ross down, he'd like to get this out here. First out of the game, hopefully. Swing and a miss. Nope, swing and a chopper to third. It's going to be picked up there by Curtis. Over to first to Langston, and he is retired. On a ground out to third. And one away. That brings up Quan Sims. Quan is the left fielder. And another right-handed batter to face Christian Ross. Stands in, pretty wide stance. Here's the pitch. Lands it in the strike zone there on that breaker, and it is 0-1. And Ross steps off the rubber here and asks Qualls to come out, so a little discussion going on. Get the signs right. John, from where we are, we can see the Columbia dugout, but not the scoreboard. I don't think even you can see the scoreboard, can you?
I can't even see the batter.
Yeah.
The on-deck circle is right in front of me. So we're either going to have to swap seats or move the table down. One of the two.
Yeah. We may scooch it down a bit. I don't know if that'll help. This pitch is in for a strike as well. About the same pitch to Sims. So it's now 0-2. The count to the left fielder. And again, Ross steps off. Wouldn't be surprised if Sims decides to back out, but he doesn't. And the pitch is on the way. Swung on, line to the shortstop Ty Newton, and great throw from Newton over to first. And there are 2 away.
Newton got one of those Sunday hops, and that's what you love when you're a shortstop. But right at the last second, it hopped, and he was able to throw him out easily.
It's 1-0 Columbia. Connor Bowman on the second pitch sent one out of the yard. Since then, Ross has set down the last 2. Peyton Kincaid, left-handed batter and right fielder, takes the first pitch, which gets by. And Qualls uses this opportunity to walk out and toss it to his pitcher. And a little more communication going on. Now he trots back to the plate. And the right fielder stepping back in. The pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled back behind the plate. And I hope the official umpire will tell me the count here in a moment. I know he's fouled 2 away. And the pitch from Ross. Here it is. Trying to get a fastball on the inner half. It sails in, so 2-1. Here's the stretch, and now the pitch on the way. This one going to be swung on and missed. So I guess it was 1-1 to count. Another pitch from Ross on the way to the plate. Here it is, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. The first strikeout of the game. And after the home run, Ross sets down Columbia. So there was 1 run scored on 1 big blast from Connor Bowman. No errors, no hit batsman, and there was no one left. We move on to the bottom of the first inning, and Rockvale coming up to bat on State Farm Prep Sports.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
Whether you're buying or selling a home or whether you're buying or selling commercial property, the auction is just so much easier, quicker, smoother.
My wife and I sold our personal home. Parks Auctions helped us with that. The house brought about 20% more than we were going to ask for.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hey there, 12 and a half now, $15.
Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
Sold it to you.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
I'm Ian Young. I'm at Las Casas Feed Supply. I'm selling beef and pork, 100% Angus, raised here in Las Casas. Come get you some.
Everyone's favorite cuts available, even options to purchase a quarter of a steer.
We got the beef. Hello, everybody. Las Casas Feed Supply.
Family owned and operated, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, located at 803 North Thompson Lane near Medical Center Parkway. That's State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, 615-895-2700. 1-0 Columbia, Rockvale coming to bat.
Ty Newton is going to lead things off. Newton, Lozano, and Curtis will be the first 3 batters for the Rockvale Rockets. Looking for their first win of the year, giving Matthew Thomas a little extra time here to get warmed up. The teams did not take infield. There was some warm-up time, in foul territory by both teams just a bit, and I saw several of the players out in the hitting cage out in the left field.
Braves made a signing today.
Is that right?
Yeah, guess who?
I have no idea.
Adam Duvall.
Really? He's coming back.
Yep.
It's amazing that sometimes happens in baseball.
Some teams are just, some guys play really well for certain teams.
Well, here's Ty Newton. See what he can do. It was 1 swing of the bat for Bowman to put Columbia on top. I know they have really high hopes for Newton having a good year. If you recognize that name and listen to any of our basketball broadcast. He, of course, played basketball. Bottom of the first inning. Fastball in there, and it is in for a strike. Man, he got that up to the plate quick. He being Matthew Thomas. Set. Here's the pitch. This one in the dirt. So that makes it a 1-1 count. We may not get the count right all night tonight just because we can't see the scoreboard and we're keeping it ourselves. This pitch bit high on the fastball, makes it 2-1 to Newton. Infield out right about the grass, and this is a big swinging strike from Newton to even things up at 2-2. Just trying to send that one out onto Highway 99. The pitch, another one, and Newton gets a piece of it just to stay alive here. This kid can throw pretty hard, can't
Yeah,
he?
he's got some speed, life on that fastball.
He gets the sign from Walker Potts, his catcher, and here is the 2-2, chopped at the plate and in foul territory, so Newton got under that one a bit.
Newton, your typical leadoff hitter, got good speed, makes contact. Hope it didn't jinx him. We've had a lot of that this year, jinxing them.
Yeah. Another 2-2. Here it is. Fastball swung on and missed.
I did, didn't I?
Yep. That is a strikeout of Ty Newton.
That was just a heater right down the middle, and Newton could catch up with it.
Well, let's see what Landon Lozano can do, the second baseman for the Rockets. Got a softball game going on right here behind us, too. We've been playing since I've been here. Pitch in the dirt. I'm wondering if maybe they're playing two.
I know one thing. I wouldn't want to be a softball or a baseball coach scheduling.
Oh, gosh.
You know, because it's so dependent on the weather. It's almost as bad as our job trying to schedule.
This pitch in the dirt as well.
It's going to turn a little cold first part of next week, but then warm up by the end of the week. I listen to Rutherford Weather, and that's how I know.
Oh, is that right? Well, I noticed that there were supposed to be two games here, and they had some water in the outfield, I think it was. 2-0 is high. And one more bad one, and Rockville will have their first base runner of the game. And here is the 3-0. Took that one, and it is a one-out walk for Lozano. And the first walk of the game, so a strikeout and a walk now for the opposing pitcher, Matthew Thomas. To bring in Cameron Curtis to the plate, he is the third baseman for Rockvale. To finish my point, they were going to play two here today. It's part of the Grand Slam, and just weren't able to get that first one in. Wanted a little extra time to dry. Playing all around the county. If you want to see baseball this weekend, I don't know about tomorrow, but I'd say Saturday's going to be really jam-packed.
Bundle up.
Yeah, it's going to be like 49, I think, on Saturday. Everybody getting set here. And Thomas with the look in, the sign from Potts being given, and a check of the runner at first in Lozano. A couple of additional checks there, and then the pitch is in low and tight for a ball. 1-0 to Cameron Curtis. A.J. Langston is on deck. The pitch on the way. This one gets by, and that's going to be wild pitch, and advance Lozano to second. That's where he's going to pull up. So a wild pitch and a runner in scoring position. It's 1-0 Columbia. And it's a 2-0 count to Cameron Curtis. Thomas, the pitch is swung on, gets through the gap between short. Are they going to send him? No. Going to have runners at first and third as Lozano takes off to third and holds up there. Curtis at first with the first hit of the game off of Thomas.
Lozano had to hold up because he thought maybe the shortstop might get it, didn't want to be doubled up, and so he had to wait, so he just got to third.
Ball did not go far enough out for him to think about another base. And this is exactly what you want for your cleanup hitter, A.J. Langston, the first baseman. 2 on and just 1 out. So now trouble for Matthew Thomas here in the first. Pitch going to be swung on, fouled back this way. And into the fans of softball.
Yeah, you got to have heads up because if you're on the softball field, same way for them, too, if they foul one back.
Happens all the time here. These two fields very close to each other. Nothing in one, and the pitch. Runner goes. They're going to throw down to second. Is it going to be in time? It is not. Sliding in under the tag is Cameron Curtis. So give Cameron a stolen base. He also had the first hit of the game for Rockvale. And runners at second and third now. That throw was a little better than I thought it was from Potts. Pitch on the way, swung on, lofted into right field. If it's fair, it could be trouble, but it is foul. Check the count here, and it's 1-2. Can't really see his little stubby fingers very good either from this angle. Here's the pitch on the way to Langston. Low and outside. Very nice night. Short sleeves and shorts in March, believe it or not, March 14th. Pitch on the way from Thomas. This one going to be fouled back and heads up back there to the softball fans.
I will probably be putting on a little jacket here in just a little bit. It's windy.
It is, and you talked me into wearing shorts.
Well, I'm wearing shorts.
I know.
I didn't do anything that I wouldn't ask you to do anything I wouldn't do. My legs are fine.
Well, you're
I
tougher
you had
than me.
sensitive legs. Maybe that's what it is.
Another pitch coming up here to Langston. It's on the way. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be a strikeout of A.J. Langston. And 2 away. So this inning for Matthew Potts from Columbia, strikeout, walk, wild pitch to get Lozano to second, then a single, stolen base from Curtis. That's why we have runners at second and third, and a big opportunity here for Jay and Sonny.
Feast or famine for Matthew Thomas. He struck out 2, but he's also given up a walk and a single.
Well, here's the first pitch to Insani, and it's high for a ball. 1-0. Potts getting some instruction from the dugout. And now flashes the sign out to Matthew Thomas. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him with the high heater that time. 1-1. The pitch coming from Thomas. This is going to be lofted high into shallow first base territory, and it's going to be picked up there by Burton Moore, who came in, and the high pop-up is going to retire Insani. So your inning recap, no runs, there was a hit, no errors, there was 1 walk, no hit batters, and 2 left on base. So as we go now to the second inning, your score, Columbia 1, Rockvale nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too, and I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-895-2700.
Each team knows which play will be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm agent Dana Womack, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-900-0877 to make the winning move that can save you time and money.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game tonight here on WGNS brought to you by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Cal Bowen to do the job right. They're located on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. 1-0 Columbia. We go to the top of the second.
Well, the pitcher, Matthew Thomas, is going to lead it off here. He's the 5-hole hitter for the Lions. It's Thomas, Moore, and Beck. 5, 6, and 7 hitters to face Ross.
I'm going to tell you, too, that number's wrong, too, but
okay,
it is Matthew Thomas.
Pitch is low. I think it's right, unless it's number 8.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the on-deck guy. Sorry. You kind of got me paranoid now.
It's all good.
First game, first inning, you pointed out to me. You know, that's I don't know.
Well,
I just try. That's all I can do.
What I did is I erased the picture stupidly, so I don't have the one that I sent you. Pitch on the way. This one slides in low.
Here we go, Thomas. Here we go. Do a job, man. Do a job. Here we go.
Here's the pitch on the way from Christian Ross. And outside. And that is going to be a leadoff walk. And the first walk of the day for Christian Ross. Connor Bowen led off this game on the second pitch. He lofted it out into deep right field over the fence. And that's your score, 1-0 here in the second. Batter Burton Moore now, the first baseman for Columbia. This pitch is outside.
Having trouble getting that changeup over.
Here we go, Bernie. Here we go. Here we go, LaFont.
So it's a 1-0 count. Sign from Qualls. And now the pitch on the way from Ross right now. Runner going. Throw down from Qualls. And just a little high. Getting it up under the tag is Matthew Thomas. Qualls got it down there in a hurry for sure.
He stole that one on the pitcher. Took him a while to get in his windup.
Now Ross checking the runner at second. This pitch in the dirt. Nice scoop out there by Qualls. Keep it in front and keep Thomas down at second. We're in the second inning, 1-0 Columbia.
Here we go, Bernie. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the pitch on the way. Inside and another walk, so back-to-back walks for the Lions. And now Jack Beck. Jack Beck is going to be your batter for Columbia. And now I think Coach Shea Deal is going to come out and have a little conversation here with his pitcher and catcher.
Gives us time to tell you that our game tonight brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, and Bowen's Body Shop. Our TOA highlight, the Laverne boys were defeated yesterday at the state tournament, but what a great season that Tony Rutland and the Laverne boys had, and congratulations to them.
Most certainly. I want to say also congratulations to the Laverne student body. They really showed up yesterday.
They sure did.
Had a really good crowd, I thought. Watch history in the making. School opened in 1988 and their first trip to the state tournament. Finished in the quarterfinals in the Elite Eight. Here's the first pitch in for a strike called.
Opened him up with a changeup. That was a good pitch, and it was over the plate.
those inspiring words from Coach Deal. Ross checks down there at second. The runner is going. The throw down to third is not in time. Got under it. Man, that was bang, bang down there at third.
Well, let's go to the instant replay. See that one. That was really close. Qualls made a good throw down there.
Well, I too thought they had him, but not the case. So runners at the corners now with nobody out for Beck. And here is the pitch. Good stop by Qualls. It was low. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count to Beck. Kind of worried about that runner at first a little bit too is Ross. And he's going. Chopper right to second and gloved out there by the second baseman, Lozano, I think. Regardless of who made that catch, the out recorded, but that does score a run as Matthew Thomas comes across. So 2-0 now. And Beck going to be safe at first. Moore out at second base. So 1 away, that helps. Walker Potts, the batter. They really got their running shoes on here. And in at second is Jack Beck with a stolen base. Would that fielder's choice for Beck be a 4-6?
I think so.
Okay.
Either the second baseman just fielded it at the bag, it looked like. Well, I'm going to put it down 4-6.
Okay. Walker Potts stands in and just a bit high from Christian Ross. 2-1, I think he said. 2-0 Columbia now in the second. So far they've added 1 in the first and now 1 in the second. Those walks have come back to haunt Christian Ross. And now time called at the plate by Potts. Base on balls can humble a pitcher, can't they?
Well, he's not missing by much. He just not quite getting it there.
Check down at second. Now the pitch on the way. This one outside.
Well, you got the bottom of the order too, Brian. You want to get these guys out.
Right. You don't want to still be batting around to Bowen for sure. Breaking pitch is in for a strike on the outer half. Nice little change up there, so it's 2-2, I believe. Can't see his left hand. I can see the right. This would be a big out if he can get it. The pitch from Ross, chopped to third. Up with it is Curtis, the throw to first, and Potts is going to be retired. 5-3 on the grounder to third. And of course that keeps Beck at second. And Lane Sharp, the 9-hole hitter, with 2 away in the inning, steps in. Pitch showing bunt, and it's bunted back behind the plate to the screen.
Well, the walks and the stolen bases have hurt us this inning. They've manufactured a run without any hits.
Well, let's see if we can get Sharp in the dugout, get the bats back out there. in the bottom of the second. Right now, pitch being delivered. This one tipped back as well, so it's 0-2.
He squared the bunt there.
May just be trying to put it in play somewhere. Ross checking the runner at second. That's Beck. The pitch went with some heat outside. That's a ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ross gets set, and the pitch on the way. Got him. Strike 3 called. Finally got that across to Sharp, and the second strikeout of the game for pitcher Christian Ross. So here is your second inning recap here for the Columbia Lions. They do get a run, no hits, no errors, 2 walks, a couple of stolen bases, make that 3 stolen bases in there, no hit batters, and there was 1 left on. We move to the bottom of the second. Your score, Columbia 2, Rockvale 0, and coming up to bat in the bottom of the second when we come back.
Life changes, then it changes again. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. A job loss, change in health, or loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Let's work together to help make sure that you're equipped for life's unexpected events. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for an appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Whether you're a student, alumni, or just a fan, Raider Tees has exactly what you need to help you cheer on the Blue Raiders on game days and every moment in between. We sell officially licensed Blue Raider gear, whether it's clothing, hats, flags, chairs, or just whatever. We have it all, including exclusive gear you won't find anywhere else. Like us on Facebook for updates on new Blue Raider gear and special prices or discounts. For all your Blue Raider gear, shop Raider Tees today. Bigger, better, and go Blue!
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Not only Celeste Middleton, but good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack helps bring us this portion of their game. Located at 805 South Church Street between Farm Credit and the Post Office. That's State Farm Agent Dana Womack, 615-900-80877.
There was some prep news today. Stewart's Creek has hired Adam Jones to be the next head basketball coach for the Red Hawk boys basketball team. He's been an assistant for the Red Hawks. Brings in some experience both the high school and college levels. He was at Laverne, also at Stetson University in Florida, and also at Lipscomb in Nashville. So welcome Adam Jones. First pitch to Tylen Green is a ball. It's 1-0. Green, Guidry, and Mulchin. As Green takes a strike to even it up at 1-1. So the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Rockvale. Pitch to Green, going to be fouled at the plate. 2-0 your score. 1 run in the first on a home run on the second pitch of the game. Then a couple of walks and 3 stolen bases get one across for the Lions in the top of the second. Swing and a miss, good cut, but Green going to be retired there, so I guess it was 1-2, but he is this third strikeout victim.
You get the feeling this kid, if he gets going,
yeah,
he's going to be tough.
Let's see if Owen Guidry can touch him up here a little bit. Boy, he blistered that one through for a strike. That's weird. 0-1. This pitch in as well on a, just kind of broke off the back of the plate. Thomas is maybe finding his mojo. breaking pitch going to be fouled at the plate, and Potts lost the ball for a second and still makes the throw down to first. So that is going to be strikeout number 4. So back-to-back strikeouts. Ty Mulchin is going to be your batter for Rockvale. I think Coach Deal is asking a question about what just happened at the plate. Now there's going to be a conference with the two umpires. Potts dropped the ball and then had to go back and get it because he was already charging toward first. And he still got the out.
I'm not too sure that he's not questioning whether that was foul tipped or not.
That must be. Yeah, I can see by as Coach Deal is asking the outfield umpire and waves his hand in disgust. He didn't get what he wanted there from that. Well, Tave steps in here. Mulchan takes a strike on the outside corner. One thing Thomas has done is he's been ahead on the count, too. It's 0-1.
Well, he struggled in the first inning with strikes, but not this inning for sure.
This pitch bounces on the outer half of the plate and into foul territory, so 1-1 now. Mulchan, the 8-hole hitter. Christian Qualls would be next. This pitch misses on the outer half as well, so it's 2-1. 2-0 Columbia if you're just tuning in. First spring sports action of the season. This one sails low as well, and it's now 3-1, and I bet Mulchan takes one here. Unless it's just right in the sweet spot for him. Thomas kicks and fires, gets a strike across, and the umpire just pumped him out, but it's 3-2. So a full count now. And the pitch on the way, going to be fouled back into the screen this way. So another full count pitch upcoming. 2 out here in the bottom of the second. 2 strikeouts. Fastball just got a piece. Mulchan fouls this one back. So this is the 3rd full count pitch coming up here. The delivery from Thomas. This one going to be lofted into right. And going to be a foul ball. That one had stayed fair and dropped. Mulchan is already rounding first and headed to second when the umpire called foul ball, so he might have stretched out a double there, but
you know, you look at some pitchers, you see the presence on the mound. Thomas is one of those guys. I mean, there's no smile, there's no nothing. It's all business.
Well, this 3rd strike has eluded him with Mulchan so far. The pitch went with the fastball, and it did not there. So 3 straight strikeouts and sets the Rockets down in order. We have completed 2 innings of play. We head to the 3rd inning next here on State Farm Prep Sports. 2-0
This is a
Columbia.
paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
I want expert advice on going 100% solar.
I want to go green without breaking the bank.
I want to meet my sustainability goals.
I want solar to be simple.
Done, 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 done.
I want to save the planet.
Little hero, let's start with one of MTE's solar programs first. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at MTE.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Welcome back to Rockvale High School. Rockvale Rockets trailing Columbia here in the third, top of the third, 2-0. Our game brought to you by Sir Pizza, Carpets by Osborne, Winners Trophies, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, as well as Parks Auction Company. Just wrapped up our basketball season, and John, so far, this would be our 64th event, game-wise. Now, basketball, you've got 2 games, so if you count the games, it's higher than that, but doesn't take into account the coaches' shows or the prep sports shows.
Well, I think it ought to, because I have to show up for them, so count them all.
I haven't counted those yet. The batter is Connor Bowden. He had the homer back in the first. He's a left-handed batter. And the pitch outside and in the strike corner. Strike zone on the corner is what I meant to say. I can't see is my problem. I'm seeing the.
You're doing the best you can,
batter.
under the circumstances.
This breaking pitch a bit high. Can actually see my little screen here better than.
Just use it then.
Yeah.
That's what they do in the big games.
Yeah.
Monitors.
Boy, this one rocketed down the third baseline, but goes into foul territory.
I think that camera needs to move a little to the left.
Well, I'm going to have to go fix it here in a second.
Ross's job right now here, Brian, is to not give them up any more runs. I don't think they can afford to do that, to give up any more.
This one sent into right field, and it is going to drop. He is headed towards second. It's at the fence. He's rounding second and going to third. There's going to be a play there, but he's going to be in for a triple.
That dude can hit.
So he's got both hits in this game. A homer in the first and now a triple here in the third. And really sets up Aiden Swam.
Well, they've only had 2 hits. He's got both of them.
A homer and a triple. Pitch low and outside.
Well, this really puts pressure on the defense because now they're going to have to come in, and they are going to come in. And that's a good move by Coach Deal. They've been having trouble scoring runs, so try to cut one off here if you can.
Ross has his hands full once again here in the third. Pitch, nice stop by Qualls. It's a ball, 2-0. Last inning, it was back-to-back walks and 3 stolen bases that got one across for the Lions. And here's the pitch. Another nice stop by Qualls in the dirt, so it's 3-0. Looks in now. And here's the pitch. In for a strike right off the webbing of Qualls' glove there, but got it across first, so it's 3-1.
Well, Sam wants to just put it in play somewhere, force him to throw it.
And this one sails high and inside, so it's going to be a walk. So now runners at first and third. That would be walk number 3. And Coach Shea Deal making his way out for conversation.
Nope, that's going to be it.
Looks like it. So we're going to have the Ideas Tees call to the bullpen, looks like. Ideas Tees, the place in Rutherford County for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. And don't forget, you can get your officially licensed Blue Raider merchandise at Raider Tees, 910 Ridgely Road, ideastees.com. We'll take a timeout here and tell you who the new pitcher is for the Rockville Rockets when we come back on State Farm Prep Sports.
We're talking now with Heather here at Carpets by Osborne. What are some of the advantages that Carpets by Osborne has?
Being a family business and being locally owned and operated, we do free estimates. We have our own subcontractors that work for our business. We will come out, look at your floor covering. Throughout the whole process, you deal with an individual. You're not passed off to different contractors. We handle it from start to finish.
Carpets by Osborne on Northwest Broad, next to Tire World.
Over 100 crispy Old World pepperoni.
Cheesy crust edge.
This Fanceroni pepperoni from Little Caesars is fancy.
Am I fancy enough for the Fanceroni? I'm wearing cargo shorts. But Tim, me too. Fancy isn't measured by your inseam. Because if you are what you eat, then we're all feeling mighty fancy today. Yeah!
Try the Fanceroni pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperoni.
In Murfreesboro on Memorial, Warrior Drive, South Church, and Old Fort.
Pizza.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me show you. With discounts up to 40%, you may find it even costs less.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
All right, the new pitcher for Rockville is Mason Donahue. He's completed his warm-up tosses and comes in with a jam here. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. So 2 full innings for Christian Ross here today.
The runners out there are his. Those 2 anyway.
Pitch at the plate. It's going to get away from Qualls, and that's going to score a run. So that is the 3rd run of the game for Rockville. I'm sorry, for Columbia. And Swam is going to take 3rd as well. Pitch that got away. Now Sims steps back in. He is the 3-hole hitter. And that one just misses. Fastball from Donahue.
Well, that was costly. That runner, Som, got to 3rd.
And the pitch now from Donahue is low for a ball. So 1st and 3rd again. First walk for Donahue. 3rd of the game. There have been 2 in the last 2 innings. Leadoff triple by Bowden. Really changed the complexity of this game and got Christian Ross out after the walk of Psalm. Now Sims on with Peyton Kincaid. The left-handed batting right fielder for the Lions of Columbia. Squares to bunt. This one fouled back into the screen. So that should be ball 1. Got someone else warming up, it sounds like, for the Rockets. Here's the pitch from Donahue. Breaking pitch in there and a nice one. Throw down to second. is not going to be in time. So another stolen base from Sims, and these Columbia Lions have been speedy today. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stolen bases here. Sims takes a pretty generous lead down at second. The pitch swung on, lined foul, and Columbia coach retrieves that, just tosses it into the home dugout. Three nothing. Columbia leading here. We're in the top of the third inning. Breaking pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Peyton Kincaid. First strikeout for Donahue. So he's faced 2 batters, a walk and a strikeout. And that is the first out of the inning. Need 2 more just like that. Matthew Thomas, pitcher for Columbia. He scored a run, the second run of the game. In the second, he led off with a walk, had 2 stolen bases, get him all the way to third. Boy, blisters this right up the middle. Going to be a nice stop out there by Lozano. Throws to first, it's going to be wide, and it's going to score a run, and actually headed to second is Matthew Thomas. And coming across were both Psalm and Sims, who was quick out there. So that's runs 4 and 5. Thomas going to stand at second.
Now, Psalm is charged to Ross, and he's done.
So he wound up giving up 4 runs. We'll get his complete line here in a few. The batter now, Burton Moore. This is going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to have Thomas taken off to third. So it's shaping up to be a nightmare inning here. Burton Moore reached on a walk. Back in the second inning. Donahue's pitch is on the way, and that misses high and inside. Brought Qualls up out of his stance to snag that one. Another pitch to Moore upcoming. Here it is. Swung on, lined into right field. Going to be another hit, scoring a run here. Going to be a single and an RBI for Burton. Coming in is Matthew Thomas for the 6th run of the game. Still just 1 out here in the inning. So now back-to-back hits off of Mason Donahue. Jack Beck, the batter. Reached on a fielder's choice, had a stolen base last inning. Donahue's having similar issues that Ross did, John, about getting the pitch across.
Yeah, part of it is they get behind in the count early, and then they're just sitting there waiting on something across the plate, which really gives the advantage to the hitter.
Similar situation here with Jack Beck. Another pitch in the dirt. Throw over to first, but back easily there is Burton Moore. So this inning was led off with a triple and back-to-back walks, a strikeout, back-to-back hits. Donahue sets, and the pitch as the runner goes. Qualls with a rifle down to second base, not in time. So Burton Moore with a stolen base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stolen bases. The Lions trying to put on as much pressure as possible here. Beck awaits another at the plate, and the pitch is on the way. Ooh, that hit him. So Beck took one square in the shoulder on the first hit batsman of the game. So this is the 8th hitter in this inning for the Columbia Lions, and it's going to be Walker Potts. Grounded out to third for the second out of the second inning. But so far they have plated 4 here in the third. 3 hits now off of the Rocket pitching staff here in this one. This pitch misses high as well. A triple, a double, and a single. Potts at the plate. And Donahue checking the runner. The pitch on the way. This is outside with that one. Believe it's 0-2. Again, we can't really see the scoreboard from here. Something that aids us in being able to give you the info. Here's the pitch. This one missing high.
Well, Coach Steele, he doesn't want to waste another pitcher if he can, but so this may be a case of Mason just takes one for the team here, at least this inning. But 4 runs are in, it's 6-0, and it's not getting any better.
No, got 2 on. And just 2 outs here. And this pitch is high for a ball. I said 2 outs, it's just 1 out. Second walk by Donahue. And Lane Sharp is the 9th batter here.
And Mr. Scary is on deck.
Yes. And now we're going to have a little powwow on the mound. This gives us a chance to tell you State Farm Prep Sports is brought to you in part by the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, along with Prentice Alsop Heating and Air. We just got through with basketball season yesterday, and so there hasn't been a whole lot of time to put together a broadcast schedule. But
do you have any reason why we don't have like season breaks? Okay, never mind.
Well,
like even take a week off, or
this season's already going.
I mean, we do basketball season. Well, let's don't take a couple of days. Let's just come right out and do the next game.
Yeah.
See?
They start district play next week. I know Oakland and Siegel play. I can't remember the other matchups, but well, you're better. Lane Sharp takes the first pitch, fouls this one back. Just got a piece of the pipe on that one.
Don't you think that Connor Bowden right now is thinking, Lane, don't hit into a double play?
He wants to come back up there. Yeah. This pitch in the dirt.
It gives me the opportunity to thank the young lady in the concession stand who wrapped my hot dogs in aluminum foil.
Well, the hot dogs that you had with no bun.
Yes, and it was excellent. It's just a wonderful job.
Pitch in there for a strike.
Braves lost today on our Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard in spring training. They're 9-9.
Can't really read into spring training.
We don't pay any attention to it. That's why I didn't even give the score.
High breaking pitch and ducking out of the way is Lane Sharp on that one.
I just wanted to give our friends at Jennings and Ayers, a little shout out. We'll have some scores though pretty soon.
Yeah, I could look on Twitter here in a few. I know Riverdale was playing Beach, I think it was. Breaking pitch, way inside. And it's now a full count.
Big pitch here for Donahue.
Yeah.
Needs to get this guy.
Bases are loaded here, so a walk pulls in another run here. Chopped down the third base side. Bases full of Lions out there. Moore is at third. Beck at second after being hit by a pitch, and then the walk of Walker Potts loaded him up here. Here's the pitch on the way. It is going to be inside for a walk, and it does walk in another run. Third walk for Donahue. So now it is 7-0 Columbia. And it does not get any easier. Actually, it becomes much harder now. Guy who is 2 for 2 with a home run, a solo shot, and a triple has scored 2 runs in Connor Bowden stepping up to the plate. Rockets need an out. This pitch sails way high.
He tried to muscle one up there. And when you're struggling and to throw strikes, you just, your whole mindset just changes. And you think you just got to blow it by him, and that doesn't usually work.
No place to put him. And the pitch. Just tipped that one back for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the 10th batter here in the third for Columbia.
Yeah, he led this inning off with a triple.
And Donahue, the 1-1. This one low, and he held off. They're going to appeal. Did he swing? He did not.
Nice job by Qualls to check that. Just never know. Shane Deal is not happy with the umpiring.
So the count is 2-1 to Connor Bowden. And here is the pitch. Boy, this one is going to get by. It's going to be a wild pitch and scores a run. So the wild pitch scores Beck. And going down to second was Sharp. Going to third was Potts. So if there is any solace in the good news, it's 8-0, but the solace would be that there is a base open now. If you want to try to get past this guy, he's scary. A triple and a homer so far in the game. Here's the pitch from Donahue. Boy, he had to duck way out of the way of that one. It's going to be another wild pitch and another run scored. Now 9-0 Columbia.
Bowden is going to reach it first with a walk.
All right. Yep. That was the 4th walk. And we're going to have a pitching change, it does appear here, for Coach Steele.
All right, our Ideas Tees pitching change. If you're talking about school spirit wear, they're the places to go. Ideas Tees, the place in Rutherford County for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Plus, you can buy all of your officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise from Raiders Tees. Find out more online at ideastees.com. We'll take a break, and we'll be back and tell you who the new pitcher is for Rockvale.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
We fulfill all your tax preparation needs from individual returns to corporations and handle any of those scary letters you may get from the IRS.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Well, the new pitcher is Jay Insani for the Rockets. Third pitcher of the game, coming in relief of Mason Donahue. And Sharp at second and Bowden at first would belong to Donahue's pitching line. And right now, the Rockets, after back-to-back walks, are looking for an out here. There are two away here in the inning. Pitch in for a strike to Aiden Swam. Make sure I've got my outs right. I think there's only one out in the inning.
One out.
Yep, just one out in the inning. Swam took a strike on the first pitch and swinging strike on that one, so good start here for Insani. Rockvale just trying to get some outs here. Runners at first and third for Columbia. Insani peeks back at first and the pitch on the way. This one misses low, so it's 1-2 now. Peek back at first. That's where Connor Bowden is. At least he didn't have a hit. Swing and a miss. And that is strikeout number one and out number two of the inning. That first one is big as Insani retires Swam. So if Columbia wants to get across that 10th run, it's going to have to happen somehow with Quan Sims, the batter. He's grounded to short and walked. Scored a run, stole a base as well back in the second. And the pitch from Insani, going to be lofted high and deep right field, but foul. Peyton Kincaid would be next. This is the 12th batter of this inning. It's been a tough inning for the Rockets. The pitch in the dirt, good stop by Qualls. Fake to throw to first.
Well, now we're talking about survival, Brian.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get this batter.
Well, Sims awaiting the delivery from Insani, and here it is. This one's going to be low. It's 9-0 Columbia here. Another look back by Insani. And the pitch in for a strike. Got that one to dive off the backside of the plate. Trying to watch for the count here. I know that's at least two strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled at the plate. It's either 1-2 or 2-2. And again, we would do a much better job at that, but no good scoreboard view. Right here by the Columbia dugout, as you might think. Pitch, fouled back again. So Sims has spoiled off a few. Top of the third inning, 9-0 Columbia. The lines have come in here, especially with the bat of Connor Bowden with a homer and a triple. Only 4 hits in the game. Swung on, shot down the third base side. It's going to fall foul. So, John, when a team has just 4 hits but lead 9-0, you know it's been a tough day for the opposing pitching staff.
Well, walks. They've stolen a lot of bases too. They've taken advantage of the pitcher there.
And here's another pitch on the way. Just got a piece of it.
Well, the more looks he gets at this pitcher, the more dangerous he becomes.
Well, that one got by, but the runners held because it was tipped, and the umpire made that known really quickly. I didn't hear it, but obviously it did. See what happens here with Sims. He spoiled off a few, and now Insani backs off.
This is tough on your defense, too. They've been out there, gosh, 20 minutes at least.
Yeah. Here's the Insani pitch. Line right up the middle to the shortstop. He's up with it. Newton makes a great throw over to Langston, and that is going to end the inning on a ground out to short. Well, that's what the Rockets needed, but not before a very tough third inning. They gave up 7 runs on just 3 hits. There were no errors. There were, 4 walks in the inning, and there were 2 left on base. Well, we'll move along to the bottom of the third inning with Columbia leading Rockvale 9-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
We're catching up with Anne-Marie Brents at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, another one of our great local businesses.
Yeah, it's a big family business. Knowing that my grandparents started it, to see it evolve and what it is now, it's just been really cool, and I love it. It's just something I'm very passionate about, and customers have been great to us as well.
Whether it's a quick meal, feeding the whole family, or catering, Rick's Barbecue can handle it all.
It's really something I'm really passionate about, very blessed and thankful for.
Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
Every team knows which play can be a winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-890-0850. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-893-1417 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Tonight's game brought to you by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, and Middle Tennessee Christian School. And also, good neighbor State Farm Agent Jenny Almond, located at 125 Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial Boulevard. State Farm Agent Jenny Almond, 615-896-2013.
Brian and John here with you tonight for our first spring sports game. And I don't think Matthew Thomas, he's still out there. Coach Deal is having some conversation with the home plate umpire. I thought he might have been making a change, but it is Christian Quall stepping up to the plate.
They've scored 9 runs, and we haven't gone through the whole lineup yet.
Correct. They've only faced 2 over the minimum so far. Well, it's going to be Qualls, his first crack at it. Matthew Thomas has not been out there for a long time either on the pitching mound, so let's see if anything changes there. Qualls is backed out there with a ball. I guess it can work the other way too. I mean, it's probably been 25, 30 minutes since he's been on the mound. And Qualls fists one out to Swam at second, and they're going to get him at first for out number 1. So the line out retires Qualls, and back to the top of the order in Newton. This is probably a big inning, John, for Rockvale if they want to try to get some runs across.
Yeah, it's pretty imperative trying to keep them to within 10 runs. They've got to get some runs in.
Pitch misses outside. Breaking ball from Thomas.
We talked to Coach Steele before the game and Saturday too, and he was saying they're really young.
Swung on, lofted into deep center field. Drifting back out there and making a circus catch is Bowden, but he doesn't make the catch. He dropped it. So Newton is going to scoot into second base.
That's going to be an error.
It'd have to be.
He hit it well. That should have been caught out there by the right fielder.
I think he had it in his glove and he just kind of bobbled it, maybe stumbled out there a bit.
He was shaky when it went out there.
Mm-hmm. So an E8 puts Newton at second. This pitch way inside to Landon Lozano, who walked back in the first. First inning, Lozano reached on a walk. Wild pitch got him to second. Got to third on a hit from Curtis, but they couldn't get anybody across. They had two in scoring position, but Langston and Insani both retired in the first inning. Then they were set down in order in the second. This pitch is high for a ball as well to Lozano. Maybe Thomas had a little too much time in between innings. This one misses low as well. Trying to get a fastball across. So another bad one, and we'll have two on here. Bottom of the third inning. 9-0 Columbia. Rockvale looking for something good to happen, and of course Lozano was going to take that one. Fastball right down the plate, center of the plate for a 3-1 count now. The only hit was Cameron Curtis, and he's on deck. Pitch, this one fouled back.
Knew he had to get that ball over, and Lozano was trying to wait on that fastball, and he got what he wanted. He just got a piece of it.
So another 3-1. On the way from Thomas. A little slow nubber. Pitcher Thomas picks it up, has to make a throw to first, and it's going to get by Moore. It was really thrown wild. And Newton had to hold up to wait and see if there was going to be a play. But Lozano is going to take off to second, so runners at second and third. And back-to-back errors there, right?
Correct.
And that would charge to the pitcher.
Well, a base hit here gets a couple of runs in maybe.
Lozano at second, Newton at third. Back-to-back errors. An E8 and an E1. And now Cameron Curtis, who has the only hit of the game for the Rockets, steps in here. Fastball high. A.J. Langston would be next. There's one away in the inning. The pitch from Thomas. Lined into center field. It's going to drop. Base hit. One run will score, and coming across is Lozano, and he's in standing. So runs 1 and 2 of the game for the Rockvale Rockets on a 2 RBI single by Curtis. He's got a 2-for-2 day. So the Rockets now trailing 9-2. That's certainly a help. And now Langston. Well, now there's a throw over to first. And back safely is Curtis. Takes a small lead there, and Langston awaiting the first pitch from Matthew Thomas. It's on the way. Shot up the middle, and this one's going to get through for a base hit. So the Rockets have put together back-to-back hits. Curtis goes to second, and at first now is Langston. Designated hitter, now the pitcher, Jay Insani. Rockets have used 3 pitchers. Insani got him out of that really tough third inning. Now Thomas has some trouble here with runners at first and second. And this ball sails outside to Insani. And, John, he's doing the same thing now that hurt Rockvale in the top of the inning. He's getting behind the batters early.
He's had a couple of errors. One was his own, but
this pitch misses low.
Then you start trying to think you can strike the side out, and that's not easy to do, nor is it advisable to do that.
So he's trying to gain his composure and gets the sign from Walker Potts and checks over at first. Tries to muscle another one across. And Potts keeps it in front of him and holds the runners. Well, one thing he has not done today, but once, is walk. And he's one ball away from giving Insani another bag and loading up the bases here for the Rockets. Pitch. This one misses low as well. So the second walk. And now runners at every bag here. Curtis at third, Langston at second, and Insani at first. We're going to have a runner here too. That will be Aiden Terrell running at first for Insani. Potts goes out to have some conversation with Thomas, but there was no meeting on the mound here. Just one out. First batter retired in Qualls, and then sent 5 to the plate, now 6 with Green, and he takes the pitch from Thomas. Now Thomas readying once again. On the way, high fly ball into center field. Bowden goes back and is called off by Sims. That is going to score a run. Third run comes across. So it's going to be sacrifice fly. Give Green an RBI. And Langston goes to third. Terrell had to hold up at first. So there are 2 away here in the inning. Owen Guidry. He was the second batter in that 3 up, 3 down second inning for Thomas. Missed at a heater there. 0-1. 9-3 your new score. Columbia leading Rockvale. They put 3 on the board here, looking for more. Swing and a miss. And Thomas ahead in the count. Nothing in 2 now to Guidry. As Thomas checks Terrell over at first. And the pitch. High. So 1-2. Rockvale has runners at the corners here. We're in the bottom of the third inning. And now the pitch on the way. He swung on and missed. So a strikeout, number 6 of the game for Thomas, and that's going to end the third inning here for the Rockvale Rockets. But not before they get 3 runs, and that came on 2 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning. There was one walk in there, and there were 2 left. We move to the 4th inning now. Your score, Columbia 9, Rockvale 3. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
We're going to be an educational institution that teach Bible every day. Every subject we teach, we're going to teach through a biblical perspective. In every aspect of our school, we're going to do it through a Christian perspective.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
That also means that everything we do, we have to be excellent. We feel like Christ calls us to excellence. And so that means we have to be excellent academically. That means we have to be excellent athletically, because that's what God calls us to. It's a great place to be.
Invest in your child's future in an environment that fosters Christ-centered values. To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Check out WGNSSports.com for the latest Prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's WGNSSports.com.
Brian Barrett, John Dinkins here with you tonight for our first baseball or softball game of the season. Back out there is Jay Insani.
Yeah, he did a good job. 2/3 of an inning so far.
We've got Peyton Kincaid, Matthew Thomas, and Burton Moore for Columbia due up here. And the first pitch in for a strike called.
One thing Insani has done so far, he's thrown strikes.
He's got 1 strikeout. He's only faced 2 batters to kind of close out that 3rd inning. Now there's another one in there. Kincaid has struck out in the 1st and the 3rd, and this is the 3rd pitcher that he's faced in this game. So he hasn't faced the same pitcher twice. Here's the 0-2. Just got a piece of it. No, it was foul tipped into the catcher Quall's glove. So strikeout number 2 for Insani, and that's a good start for the Rockets here.
It just works wonders when you get ahead in the count. It just makes a ton of difference.
Last inning, the Lions, here's the pitch. This one misses low for a ball, 1-0. Lions sent 12 to the plate in the 3rd. And scored 7 runs. This one going to be fouled in front of the plate. So evens things up at 1-1. I meant to try to look for a few scores, and I'll do that when I get the opportunity. I know there are a lot out there. If folks tweet them out, we'll try to get them on. Pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, he can throw some heat. 1-2, I believe, is the correct count, and the pitch on the way from Insani. This misses inside there for a 2-2 count now to Thomas. Thomas had a double and scored 2, or drove in 2, so scored a run and drove in 2 in the 3rd, and that's when kind of the dam broke. This pitch is going to be fouled behind the plate and going somewhere over into the football field. It actually does bounce on the track over there. The baseball field here is just right behind the visiting football stands at Rockvale. Pitch, line to 3rd and booted by Curtis, and now Newton can't come up with it, but he's going to hold it first. Matthew Thomas continues his day. It was right off of the shoe top of Cameron Curtis there.
Maybe we can wear him out running the bases.
Your batter now is Burton Moore. And the pitch going to be low, and they're running and down to second easily. Standing up there is Burton Moore. That is his third stolen base of the game. That's one thing for this Columbia bunch. They can't sleep on them for sure. The pitch on the way to Moore. Swing and a miss. Got him with a nasty one right there. Do you have that as their first error of the game? I think that
yes.
is. E5 for to plate Thomas. This one just misses outside. And it's 2-2, I think. Moore has singled and walked, scored a run, has a stolen base, drove in a run. He's been a busy Columbia Lion. He has to skip out of the way of this one. Qualls up with it to hold Thomas down there at second. 9-3. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Columbia leading Rockvale. Moore squares. And the pitch up coming from Insani. This is going to get by. It's going to be a walk, but Quall's going to have to chase it down.
New batter number 2, Jack Beck.
Actually, may hold up Thomas because it was a ball. So it's a walk. And that would be the first for Insani. So a strikeout to start the inning, but then an error and now a walk. Have 2 on for Columbia with just 1 out for Jack Beck, the number 7 hitter in the lineup for the Lions. Reached on a fielder's choice, was hit by a pitch, wound up scoring a run on a wild pitch. The 8th run in their 9-3 lead. This one low, and suddenly, John, after we mentioned it, Insani has gotten behind the batters here, and it's caused him some trouble.
Well, the error didn't hurt. It didn't help either. I mean, that was
1-0 to Beck. Here's the pitch from Insani. Swing and a miss. Took a big cut at that fastball there. And the count going to 1-1 on Jack Beck. Walker Potts would be next. Unless we can get a double play somehow and get out of this inning. That'd be nice. Runner going here on the throw, and throw down to third is not in time. So Matthew Thomas with 4 stolen bases now. It was actually a double steal as Burton went down to second. So 2 in scoring position here for the Lions. And now time called at the plate by Beck. He steps out.
It was a strike to the plate, too, on that stolen bases, too, Brian. I don't know if you caught it.
I didn't. I've really struggled keeping up with the balls and strikes here. This pitch going to be fouled back onto the softball field and over the head of some unsuspecting softball patrons over there. Jack Beck steps back in. Insani with the pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And down goes Jack Beck. second, make that third strikeout of the game for Insani, the second of the inning. So strikeout, error, base on balls, strikeout. Let's see what Walker Potts can do with 2 in scoring position for him. He's grounded to third and walked, scored a run on a wild pitch in the third. Here's the pitch on the way, the first one. Off of the webbing of the glove of Qualls, but backing up was Insani, and everybody stood their ground out there at second and third. Burton Moore at second, Thomas at third. Here's Insani. The pitch. Pack it out of there and took a ball. Was the batter Potts. Wind beginning to blow a little harder, isn't it?
I think so. It just seems like it's whipped up the last half inning here.
Here's another pitch, and this one high. Qualls with a great catch out there behind the plate.
Our game tonight brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm agent Bud Morris, located at 3245 Franklin Road, just down from Franklin Road Christian School. That's State Farm agent Bud Morris, 615-893-1417.
Qualls going to use this opportunity to go out and talk with Insani. Qualls is not the tallest guy, and that pitch got him out of his catcher stance and had to do a little leap. Ready for the next pitch to Potts here from Jay. Runners at second and third, remember. This one goes high as well, and it's going to be a walk of Walker Potts. Second walk of the inning, and the same for Insani. And that puts the bases loaded here. There are 2 away. Lane Sharp, the batter here. He will be the 6th batter to face Insani here in the 4th. 9-3 Columbia. Pitch on the way. Low for a ball, 1-0. Strikeout and a base on balls. The line for Sharp today. Pitch swung on, popped up, back this way. Can Qualls make the catch? It's going to be out of the field of play. Just right behind home plate. That one went a mile into the air.
Autry Smith is running at first too, Brian, for Columbia.
Okay, thank you. Autry Smith at first. Pitch is just inside to Potts. I'm sorry, to Sharp. Potts is the one who reached on the walk, and Smith is running for him at first. This one going to be fouled back this way as well. Bases are loaded here for Columbia, and we know what they did the last time. Actually walked across a couple of runs. Well, a hit batter was one of those. It's 9-3 Columbia, and this one sent into center field. Owen Guidry back to make the grab. Actually, that was Mulchin who came over from left. He was shading him over that way. So a fly ball ends the 4th inning. No runs for the Columbia Lions this inning. There were no hits in the inning as well. There were 2 walks and there were 3 left on base. Well, let's move on now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rockets will be sending up, looks like the 8, 9, and 1 hitters when we come back. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. TOA. Live your best life.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today is brought to you by Sir Pizza. They sponsor our Game and Coaches Show podcast out at Sir Pizza. So don't forget to check WGNSSports.com wherever you listen to audio or video now. We'll be podcasting those on YouTube. You can find them on X and YouTube. I said YouTube. Facebook. That's the other one. So check them out there. We'll actually put the video podcast on there on the website for you as well. Sir Pizza, they're out on East Main on South Church Street and on Memorial Boulevard. So it's Tav Molchan, Christian Qualls, and then top of the order here in the 4th. First pitch swinging, and this one's going to be fouled down the first base side. Bottom of the 4th here for you. 9-3 Columbia. 0-1 pitch. Just outside, so it's 1-1. The stretch and the pitch from Thomas. In for a strike delivered. It's 1-2 now. It's been a very comfortable night. A light jacket will make you through this evening, but boy, tomorrow's going to be a bitter change, especially Saturday in the 40s. This one's going to be fouled back behind the plate. Got some storms beginning to percolate in across Middle Tennessee. This one chopped to third. Coming in is Beck. He's charging, making the throw, and it's in the dirt to Burton Moore. That was going to be a very tough play for Beck to make there at third. He had to come charging in. A little slow tapper. I'm going to count that as the 4th hit of the game. Let's see what Christian Qualls can do here. First pitch to him is high. So it's 1-0 to Qualls. Thomas toes the rubber and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaker. The tough inning was the 7-inning third that Columbia had against Rockvale. Throw over to first. And back safely there is Molchan. Qualls and then Newton at the top of the order. Newton reached start off the 3rd inning on an error. Rockvale was able to get a few across with back-to-back hits. This one low for a ball. peek back at first, and the pitch from Thomas. Tries to muscle one across, and it's outside.
Big deep breath.
Two and one, I have it. And that doesn't mean it's right. Swing and a miss. And should be 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Christian Qualls, the batter. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of that one to stay alive here.
Don't lose him. Keep fighting. Go win it, Go win it.
Molchan reached on a hit. Now Qualls with a 2-2 count on him. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And a strikeout of Qualls. And that is number 7 on the afternoon for Matthew Thomas. Takes us back to the top of the order in Ty Newton. Columbia 9, Rockville 3, bottom of the 4th inning. This pitch is going to, well, Potts can't find it and come up with it. Bounced and bounced away from him. And that's going to allow Molchan to reach third. I'm sorry, second. Now Thomas gets the sign and sets. And the pitch is on the way. This one going to be fouled back by Ty Newton. Scored the first run of the game for the Rockets. Led off the third with an error. Back-to-back errors, as a matter of fact, for Columbia. Breaking pitch in there. Nice one from Matthew Thomas. He's got around that outside corner. Here's a look back at second base. This one going to be fouled down to Coach Deal, who just tosses it into the dugout area. Newton got behind that one. It's the top of the order here for Rockvale in the 4th. And the pitch on the way. This one into deep center field. If it drops, it's going to be a big one. It's going to roll up all the way to the fence. And it's going to be a stand-up double and an RBI for Ty Newton. That makes it 9-4. Rockvale was down 9-0 and put 3 across in the 3rd and now 1 in the 4th with Newton down at second base. First double of the game for Rockvale and their 5th hit. And Landon Lozano is the batter.
Not bad, not bad.
This is low.
Take that, bud.
The 1-0 from Thomas. Fouled back. Evens it up at 1-1. Rockvale trying to claw their way back into this one. Here's the pitch on the way. Breaking pitch misses. So it's 2-1. Thomas peeks back at second. And the pitch on the way. Strike called, but the ball gets away.
It's a pass ball there, Brian.
So now at third is Newton. And a 2-2 count now. Thomas with the stretch, the pitch. Right up the gut. Charging for it, and Swam can't come up with it. And another run's going to score.
I'll bring the play number 4, Cameron.
It's now 9-5. Boy, Lozano didn't really hit that with power, of course, but kind of hit it where Swam had to make a long run and couldn't come up with it.
Well, some got lightning back there, Brian.
Yep, I've been seeing that here for a minute. I don't know if we can see it. The umpire can, but
that scared me.
It did?
Yeah, wasn't expecting it.
Here's Curtis with a strike on the inside corner. Curtis has had a really good day. 2 hits, drove in 2, scored a run.
My question is, how fast can you get the equipment out? Up and out and gone.
This one fouled back. Pretty quickly if need be. I did peek at the radar a second ago, and it's a little to the south and west of us. Not expecting anything in here until about 10:30.
Well, if you say so. I trust you.
Lozano at first.
Don't even worry about that flash of lightning right there.
This one going to be fouled back this way. They do have some stormage down toward Franklin County, Lawrence County. This one fouled at the plate. Just doesn't have that stormy feel, though, does it?
No. Dew point's at 57. What's the dew point when?
Well, you need it in the 60s generally. Yeah. Swing and a miss, and retired is Cameron Curtis for the first time today. 8th strikeout for Thomas.
I'll tell you what, it's feast or famine with this guy. I mean,
isn't it?
Base hit or strikeout. I don't think the infield's fielded maybe one ball, I think, tonight.
The only one would have been the one that came to him. This one screaming down the first base side by Langston.
I think it was a 4-3, yeah. The second baseman, Sam, in the 3rd. That's the only one I can remember other than the one that came to Thomas.
Well, after being down 9-0, Rockvale has been on a 5-0 run here. This pitch low and inside, and Columbia dugout really wanted that one, and actually Potts asking the umpire what was wrong with that. The pitch from Thomas is upcoming right now. Swung on, lined into center field, and it's going to be another hit for the Rockets. Base hit for Langston. That is the 4th hit of this inning. Second one for Langston on the night. So
yeah,
runners
they're
are
starting to accumulate a few hits here.
First and second. There are 2 out. So I'll tell you how it has gone so far. Jay Insani, the pitcher, knifes this one back into the screen. Strikeout, or single, strikeout, double, single, strikeout, single. That's been this inning for Matthew Thomas. A look back at second. That's where Lozano is. And the pitch on the way. Just did get a piece of this one, did Insani.
We can't see, of course. I was just wondering if there's any bullpen action because Thomas has thrown a lot of pitches.
He has. we can hear the one for Rockvale. This pitch sails low. It's 1-2.
Actually, I think that's the porta potty. They're hitting a soccer ball over there.
Yeah, I mean, before they were hitting up against that wooden screen when they were warming up in Sonny. But I don't think they have the same thing on this side. This one is going to be fouled down the third base side. A little slow dribbler that Potts trots out to get. Columbia just needs one more strike to get out of this inning. Rockvale has scored 2 runs so far and looking for more. The pitch to Insani. Breaking pitch misses for a ball, 2-2, and don't think that made the Columbia faithful happy. Thomas gets the sign from Potts now, and the pitch fouled back this way, and a really good at bat here for Jay Insani, who spoiled another Matthew Thomas pitch. Bottom of the fourth, there are 2 out, 2 on here for the Rockets. And the pitch from Thomas in the dirt. Potts with a stop there. And after being ahead 2-0, he's now behind 3 balls, 2 strikes. So a payoff pitch coming up here to Jay Insani. He spoiled off several. Pitch is swung on, popped up right side. Running to give chase and in foul territory. So we'll try it all over again here with another payoff pitch to come. Jay Insani has been really battling here. Pitch swung on, fouled back into the screen. It's been 3-2 forever. Here's another one, fouled back. This is not a recording. The long look in from Thomas. A look at Sackett now, and the pitch. Did he go around? They appeal. He did, and it's a strikeout of Insani on the appeal. 9th strikeout. You could hear the Columbia dugout saying, yes, he did. So we'll give you your inning recap here. The Rockets scored 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, no walks, no hit batters, and there were 2 left. Well, your new score as we go to the 5th inning, it's 9-5. Columbia leads Rockvale on State Farm Prep Sports.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
Hello, my name is Colleen Clary, a mortgage loan officer with F&B Mortgage, a division of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Here at F&B Mortgage, we are dedicated to serving you and our community. We understand the challenges that are faced in today's economy when purchasing a home, and we are here to help guide you through the process every step of the way. Contact me today or visit our website at fnbmt.com. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game is brought to you by good neighbor State Farm agent Emerson Williams. Emerson is in Smyrna at 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. That is Emerson Williams, good neighbor State Farm agent, bringing you State Farm Prep Sports here this evening. And your score is 9-5, Columbia leading Rockvale. And it is the top of the 5th inning. And John's going to take you here the rest of the way. And, John, it's been a long first 4.
Yes, it has. I'm going to try my best to scoot this up a little bit, get it a little quicker here. How about it?
That sounds good to me.
It's going to be Connor Bowden to lead off here in the 5th. 9-5 is our score. And I think we've got a new pitcher in here for Rockvale too, Brian. Who is, let's see.
I believe that is number 9.
Yeah, Nelson Perez. So he gets a fresh inning, that's just always nice. He's a right-hander, and he's going to face a tough cookie here in Connor Bowden, followed by Aiden Som and Quan Sims. First 3 to face him here in the top half of the 5th. Left-handed batter steps in there, and the wind and the pitch by Perez is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It popped out of Qual's glove there for a second. Been a lot of runs scored here in this one tonight, which happens quite a bit early in the season when teams are kind of checking out their pitching staff and it's non-district game, so they start some other people sometimes. Get the rust off from the winter. Perez looks in. Here's the wind and the 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch, sails low, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 the count. Bowden led off this game with a home run. And he's also tripled. He scored 2 runs and he's driven in 1. Swung on and fouled away, had a good cut at it. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Bowden, Som, and Sims, the first 3 hitters here in the 5th. They want some insurance runs. Perez nods in agreement. Here's the pitch. Low. And the count now 3 balls and a strike. John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, who is, man, I've never seen him on the left side. This is really weird. It's only for the call of duty for the game.
That is right.
3-1 pitch, swung on, pretty well hit. Going back, the center fielder is coming over. Guidry's got it and makes the catch. He flirted with one there, but it's a long, noisy out here in the 5th. Fly out to center and brings up Aiden Som, who has grounded to third. He's walked and scored a run. Stole a base, who hadn't on Columbia's team tonight, and he's also struck out. They have been running like jackrabbits. Wind has really picked up here in the last 10 minutes or so. Pitch by Perez, swung on, drilled into right field, but caught. And a nice play, a line drive, going out there in shallow right field by the second baseman, and that's Lozano for out number 2. Perez is like, there's nothing to this game. What's all the problem? What's all the runs being scored? 2 out here in the 5th. And here's Quan Sims, grounded out, walked. Takes a pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes, and he's grounded to short. He scored a run, and you know what? He scored a base, stole a base as well. Perez with the 1-0 pitch on the way here. He steps off, now he's ready. The right-hander, now he wants Qualls to come out and talk to him. Check the signs maybe. We're in the 5th, 9-5 Columbia. They had a big third where they scored 7 runs in that 3rd inning. Sent 13 men to the plate.
And
The
they had-
pitch. Swung on, drilled. Right field. Coming on. It's going to be a tough play. Did he make the catch? He did. Whoa, nice play out there by Tylen Green. Man, that was sweet. And it's a 3-up, 3 down inning for Nelson Perez. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we go down to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 9-5 Columbia over Rockville.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game tonight brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, Steve Martin Construction, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive here on State Farm Prep Baseball. And the new pitcher is going to be that is number 5, Brian. I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong number there, but it's Aiden Psalm pitching.
It is 15.
No, it's 5. Well, that's his number?
The pitcher is 15.
Okay.
So Burton Moore?
No, the announcer said Aiden Psalm. So we've got it all messed up. But
well, I think maybe he saw the number wrong, possibly.
Okay. Well, we're going to call him Burton Moore. They're in Columbia.
Yeah, there's Psalm coming in with the infield.
So
we do know that Matthew Thomas went to right field, and I don't think Peyton Kincaid is in the lineup defensively anymore.
Keep his bat in the lineup, that's for sure. The wind in the first pitch by Moore is swung on and missed, and he's facing Tylen Green, the right fielder. He struck out, flied out, and he's 0 for 2, but he did drive in a run back in the third. That was the big inning for Rockville, where they scored 3. Pitch swung on, foul back. Bottom of the fifth, Rockville needs some runs. They've clawed their way back from a 9-0 deficit to make it 9-5. The winds are howling a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like at about.
There's a pitch down low.
Between
1
10
ball,
and
1 strike.
Between 10 and 10:30 is when a cluster of storms looks like it may make its way.
Well, we may be out of here by then. We've got an hour or so.
Yeah.
Pitch. Well, he backed away from that, but it was a pretty good pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
The Lightning is definitely getting closer, and I think that's the only problem that we may run into here if not careful.
2-1 to count. Here's the pitch from Moore. Swung on and missed. And I had that count wrong because it was a 2-2 count, and it's a strikeout. So it continues. The first strikeout for Burton Moore, and that brings up pinch hitter here, and that is going to be Sam Harding. And he's going to be batting for Guidry. So Coach Deal pulling out all the stops here. Left-handed batter. Moore gets the sign. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Moore comes in blazing. He's got a good fastball as well. Doesn't waste any time either. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, line foul down the third base line, out of play.
Thomas wound up pitching 4 innings, giving up 5 runs, 7 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 2 walks. No hit batters.
I'll say he battled for sure.
Well, you said it best, feast or famine.
Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, fouled at the plate. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sam Harding. He would be followed by Tave Molchan. There's 1 out in the 5th. And the wind from Moore, the pitch. Swung on, fouled down. Shane Deal didn't even make an attempt at it. He just kind of let it go. It kind of looked like Mike Bartlett, you know?
Well, Shay's a lot faster than Mike is.
Everybody's a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, his walker gets in the way sometimes.
Pitch, change up. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Somebody's going to tell him that.
Moore back on the mound here now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch. Swung on. There's a shot to short. Played on a hop by Sharp and throws him out for out number 2. 6-3 on the putout and brings up Tave Molchan, which is Rockville's going to do anything. They've got to get him going to reaching. He single scored a run back in the 4th, and he's also struck out. He's 1 for 2. It's kind of getting toward the bottom of the order here.
Wonder how Mike is enjoying taking orders from his son. That's got to be fun for Barry.
Wind of the pitch into the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. You ever tried taking orders, from your son?
No.
Okay. Well, that answers your question. They probably put him over and say, sit on a bucket over there, Dad, during the game. Swung on, fouled away, a ball and a strike. Just stay out of the way. Don't,
Sit over there and mumble to yourself.
Give some sage advice to somebody that's, some of the fans in the crowd, something like that. Ball and a strike to count. Moore gets the sign from Potts. He's ready. He's going to deliver to the plate. Swung on, fouled down the first base line. And he's out in front now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Molchan. Hey, good luck with adding up all those scores at the totals at the end too, Brian.
Well, I hope you've got the ones for the Rockville pitchers.
No, I don't really.
Well, we may have to just fib our way through it.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out at a good inning for Burton Moore in relief. 3 up, 3 down, including 2 strikeouts. We go to the 6th inning of play. Our score, Columbia 9, Rockville 5 here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Pizza. Murfreesboro's favorite pizza is now hiring at all 3 local locations. That's right. We want you to join the Sir Pizza team. Stop in at our East Main, Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agency, and Lance Cassis Feed Supply. Nelson Perez in his second inning of work. Oh, by the way, I do have that, Brian. I was kidding you.
Oh, I saw your sheet.
I have their stats. You want to cheat and
I'm not
look
shy.
at them now? Okay.
I'll let you give it. If we get to that point.
Perez's second inning of work. There is some lining in the area, Brian, and
yep.
Seems like it's getting a little closer.
It's the cloud to cloud, but it's streaking, so.
There's a pitch, a strike called right at the knees, 0-1. Good pitch by Perez. This is Peyton Kincaid, who has struck out 3 times. Takes it high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big, tall, strong left-handed hitter. But so far tonight, he's 0 for 3. Pitch down low. I'm sorry, this is a pinch hitter here. Wyatt Hines took it. It's a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perez, the right-hander, getting ready to work. Here's the pitch. Swung on, had him fooled with a changeup, but he fouls it back out of play, stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 9 runs for Columbia on only 6 hits. But there have been a lot of walks, 7 to be exact. Here's the pitch. Swung on, shot to short. Scooped up by Newton, throw to first, perfect throw for out number 1. So 1 out in the 6th, and here is Matthew Thomas, the right fielder. That was Himes, who was pinch hitting for Kincaid. Thomas has walked, doubled, driven in 2, scored 2 runs, and reached on an error and stolen 2, 3, 4 bases. Pitch, he fooled him way out in front, 0-1. And now they're going to call this, I think.
The game has been suspended at this time due to lightning in the area. Everyone must leave the facility and wait in your cars.
Okay, so they're telling us that they are going to suspend this game, and we'll kind of take a timeout. And when we come back, we'll tell you what we're going to be doing as the radio coverage here with in 9-5 with Rockville trailing Columbia. I think they're going to call the game here. Yes, that's what they're doing. This game's been called after 5 1/3 innings. And we're going to be, we'll take a timeout. We'll have that really quick Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show because we're just a few minutes from maybe some rain. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back to wrap things up.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
And we welcome you back here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. And Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and in most cases offers same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. call 615-890-1311 or check them out online at PrenticeSalsa.com. Prentice Salsa Heating and Air on West College Street. And, Brian, we're going to need to get out of here, so we'll have a very quick portion of this post-game show tonight. The winning pitcher tonight is going to be Matthew Thomas, and the losing pitcher is going to be Christian Ross for Rockvale in this 9-5 opening day or opening night for us. 9-5 a win for Columbia.
Yeah, John, I would think you've got a couple of candidates for the Dr. Automotive Player of the Game. You've got Cameron Curtis, who was 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in. A double for Ty Newton and A.J. Langston with 2 singles, but I think you got to go with Cameron Curtis, the 3-hole hitter. He did score a run and drove in 2 more runs of the 5 for Rockvale.
Dr. Automotive provides local car owners with excellent auto repair services from ASC Certified Mechanics and Master Mechanics. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer and their staff at Dr. Automotive are fully equipped to serve your vehicle repair and maintenance needs. They're on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna and online at autorepairsmyrna.com. Our Craig's Tax Service keys to the game, and Brian, I think it's going to be walks. I mean, they only had 6 hits.
Well, it was just a bad third inning, John, when 12 went to the plate. Only three hits in there, but there were walks aplenty and a hit batter as well, and that was just the undoing right there, I think.
Craig's Tax Service. Tax laws can be very confusing. It's getting close to April 15th. It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. And if you've missed part of the game, check out WGNSSports.com and tap on the Sir Pizza podcast button to download or listen. You can now order your favorite pizza online. Go to SirPizzaTN.com for carryout or delivery. Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church Street, and on Memorial Boulevard.
Well, I guess, John, we'll get on out of here for tonight. A very quick Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. We'll be telling you about where we'll be broadcasting next. Final coaches show of the season coming up on Saturday. We're talking baseball and softball for the first hour and a half, and hope you'll join us for that. For Jackson Smith at the station, I'm Brian Barrett. We say so long from Rockvale until the next time we meet at the game.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, sports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.